Oh, I feel like my voice is still. Might check 1 2 1 2 3 4. Let's laugh at me, by the way, while I'm recording this. Hello, everybody. This is going to be like really, really awkward for me to do because it's like giving a class presentation rather than me talking to myself in my room. I've still got this little rat bag spending time with me right now, who's just chilling in bed watching TikToks on mute while I record this. But don't pull that face at me. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. As you can tell from my voice, I'm a little bit bleh at the moment, which is actually the reason why we haven't done a live stream. We kind of run out of time. We are headed up north today, which is going to be a 4-hour drive, so I will be away from you all. She's taking me away. Hope you're happy with yourself. Hope you're right. But Christmas is over. That doesn't mean we can't enjoy a little bit of snow. Again, this is Snowy SX, and this is Pastico's newest creation. It is on the shop. However, it's one of those that is like a donation basis, so you can pay 20 quid if you want. You can pay nothing. It doesn't matter. Whichever you want to give, you will get the track. And we're going to be riding the Yamaha 450 today. We're looking nice and sexy there. And I have to say, it's actually another really, really good looking Christmas themed track. Again, we've got a nice looking skybox with the Aurora Borealis in the background. We've got a little bit of freestyle ramp action in the middle of the track, but today we're going to be doing one thing and one thing only, and that's trying to get 1 or 2 smooth laps around it, and we're going to see how it goes.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Do have to turn all of these stabilizer settings off because somebody played on my computer last. So we'll turn off lean help, we'll turn off automatic changing gear and traction, and we'll take off all the automatic settings as well. I mean, I can't say much because I do still have some assists on. I'm not completely raw dogging it, I suppose. But this is actually only my I think this is my second time actually playing on the OEM bikes since they came out. So this is still going to be fairly new for me. I need to try and get my head around them a little bit. I've got no idea actually what Pastico's Supercross scaling is like. I don't think I've ever played a Supercross track from him before. So I'm going to be using the map on the right a little bit, and I hope everyone's Christmas went well. I feel like as was pretty decent. It was fairly relaxed. We did have the grandparents come around for a little while. It wasn't that long, to be fair. I think we probably napped for a couple of hours during the day. Just kind of went wake up, presents, food, sleep, more food, less presents, and that was basically it. Didn't have too much in terms of entertainment in the evening. We just sat down and watched some TV and had a good old chinwag. But I hope everyone's time went well. I did notice, I saw a couple of people saying that they celebrated Christmas on the 24th, which is really, really strange, which I had no idea. I can't remember what country it was, but remind me a little bit. Remind me in the comments. I actually cannot remember off the top of my head who celebrates it, but that's odd for me. Is that just a thing every year? Like, what do you do on the 25th? Is the 25th your Boxing Day and the 24th is Christmas? Check that. Get on Google. Find out for me. So I did promise there would be a girlfriend live stream at some point. However, we've just basically run out of time. We have to head home today, and I feel like on the 24th we went and done some last minute shopping, some last bit looking about, which weren't too shabby, and then. I mean, yesterday, the 26th, I'm recording this on the 27th, we just chilled out and done basically nothing all day. We did record one video, because one of the videos got boofed that we tried recording. So we got her in a couple videos. She's had a, what would you say? She's had a persona, online persona, adjusted slightly now. I will say, if any of you have watched that video of her playing, by the way, on practice track, and then Mordor Motorpark, I think it's called, actually quite impressed. That went much better than expected. I actually have no idea what people were complaining about, especially if you're one of them people that runs lean help. The game seems very, very straightforward when you run those settings on. Nowhere near as difficult as I thought it would be, but I've got to give a round of applause. You know, she had probably like 2.5 hours total game time, and that's including the game time from last year when she also played the game for like an hour maximum. Don't sit there playing with your hair as if you're hot shit. What do you mean? It's safe to say that she was very, very proud of herself and was really enjoying it. But who knows? Maybe one day get a computer of her own, turn into a little gamer, be the fastest feminine person in the community. Although you've got a couple of people to compete against, you know. You've got the likes of Amy and Dog Lover, you know, two formidable forces with titties in the community. So see how that goes. I think that'd be quite interesting. You might get a second source of income. You can make a YouTube video, make some YouTube vids. That seems like quite straightforward. Got a knack for the camera. We have reached panic stations, by the way, today though, because so today's the 27th. I've got videos going up to the 28th, which is all fine, but I plan on being away until about the 30th, 31st. So I'm trying to get 1 or 2 videos done, but I literally need to leave the house in maybe 2.5 hours. So I'm not sure how long these videos are going to be. I'll try to get them to a semi-decent length at least. But my plan is we're going to do this track right here. There's been a new track they are update, which I'm actually quite excited for because I've not done any flat track and stuff. I'm interested to see how the bike physics work there, to see what if there's any drifting involved or if it's like perfect one-to-one traction. I'll definitely need to check that out. And then I'm not too sure about after that. I think it all depends how long it takes my PC to actually render the videos out in the first place, because that's what takes the longest. You know, say I've made a 15-minute video, it will take about 30 minutes for it to render through. So all that time does add up, and then I have to upload it as well, and I don't want to go away and leave my PC on the entire time. That would be a bit of an L move, so we'll see how it goes. You might not get a video every single day, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. You're meant to be enjoying time with your family as well before the new year starts, and you go back to the daily ritual of work, school, whatever it is you're up to. But yeah, I'm hoping that 2024 starts off very, very well for all of you. Has anyone made any goals yet? I know that's kind of safe for New Year's, but I feel like it doesn't hurt to get ahead a little bit. Let me know what you're up to. My goal was really to try and bang out the gym with Charlie as much as possible. I know this one here is looking to get into the gym a bit more. Did buy them some new leggings for Christmas for the gym, which seems to be very fond of, very happy person. But at the moment, as you all know, I constantly go on about my shoulder in almost every single video. It doesn't really seem to be getting any better. If anything, I would say some days it's worse, and then others it goes back to semi-normal. So I don't know if to go and get it looked at. I don't know if to leave it for a little bit longer. We shall see. But even silly things like, so for example, when the grandparents came round over Christmas, they brought a couple of like chairs with them so we could all sit around the table to eat together. Even just lifting one like them chairs into the boot of their car after all was done was actually quite painful to do. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know whether just to leave it for like a month and hope it all sorts itself out and just work out other muscles. I don't know whether just to do nothing entirely or to get it looked at. My issue is, I mean, the NHS is all well and good. You know, free healthcare, great, amazing. Sucks to be from the US. But the waiting times are pretty grim. So let's say, for example, I did have to have an operation on my shoulder. Let's say I've torn a ligament, like something ridiculous like that, that you do have to get an operation for. I would probably be put on a waiting list for, say, like a year. And I don't want to wait that long. That's just disgusting. I waited, I want to say just over a year when I tore my ACL and meniscus at motocross just to get that repaired. And even then, I had to go to a second hospital for them to look at it, to get it done properly, because I just think the healthcare in the UK, whilst free, whilst being great that it's free, is also a shambles for the most part. It's really, really bad. Like they're so overwhelmed with people all the time because of the fact that it's free. It just takes so long to get seen. Let's try and put our heads down and actually get a clean lap of this track so far, because I've been a little bit sidetracked, just waffling away. Let me see if we can get a nice clean lap going, showcase the track to the best of our abilities. I think environmentally, looks really, really good. Like, it's really, really clean. I think he's done a good job with making sure the snow doesn't all look uniform. It all looks like individual and unique. There's no repetitions going on at all. The jump facing feels quite nice. It's a little bit on the peaky side, which I think is good for Supercross, and then the bowl turns also hold you really, really well. Now, because I've been out of action for a while, like in terms of just community over Christmas and such, has there been like a new meta bike that's formed since the OEMs have come out for 450s? I've not been paying any attention whatsoever, so I still need to do my own practicing. All I've seen actually is in the Dad Shoes Discord, the Daddy Daycare, there's been rumours of people riding the Fantic, which I'm not against. I quite enjoy the Fantic, but is that just within that little group of people there, or is that kind of widespread? Because I'm quite enjoying the Yamaha at the moment, to be completely honest. It's kind of bringing me back to Beta 17 Yamaha vibes, and riding it right now, it does not seem bad at all. It could do with a suspension, because the whoops seem... I don't know if it's how he's built the whoops that make them seem quite brutal, or if the Yamaha just does need a little bit of love in that department. But so far, so good. It feels absolutely fine. I mean, the traction feels great, but I'm running the 120 rear tyre at the moment as opposed to the 110 that I've been trying to use. And I don't really seem to be finding any downsides with that. I mean, it still feels absolutely fine. I've got no issues at all. So I might try and rock this for the foreseeable, unless anybody's made any revelations in terms of setup. It was nice to step over that table for once, and then we'll go round to the right. This is a little double to the left, and then this big old tabletop. You have to be careful, because these barrels do have collisions, so they'll slow you down a lot. I feel like you want to triple off the dragons back there, but I keep forgetting every single lap and doubling my way through. Supercross triple feels a good size. Have not got any erode on in this, so I couldn't tell you how the track erodes. But for the non-erode version, it was really, really good. This whoop section is a little bit difficult to get onto, where it's straight out of a 90. You've not got too much to bank off of. That triple is no problem. And then you can carry a bit more speed into this whoop section, which makes it like 10 times easier. And then I'm thinking, I wonder if there's a way of like tripling into this section here if you slow down into the 90. Let's turn around real quick. We'll try and approach it a little bit slower and see how it goes. So if we go roll, I mean, you can see actually how deep these whoops are just if we're riding through them normally. So that would probably explain why we're getting stuck in them so much. So can we go triple in? We can. Then step on. Step too far. That's definitely either an on-off triple or a step over, then maybe triple single. I feel like there's a few different line variations that you can work on there, which is always good. You're not just stuck to your one line and your one line only. Always happy to see that on Supercross track. Just makes them better for racing overall when you can take some different line choices. And overall, I think he's done a pretty damn good job. I think, what was the last Pastico track that I played? I want to say it was like, there was a quarry one that he made that had like a working waterfall on it, which I thought looked really, really nice. But it's good to see him back in action, and good to see tracks. At the moment, I feel like people are kind of leaning of the "'tis the season to be giving" kind of vibe, because usually I'd expect tracks on the store to just be like a flat rate, but people are going with the approach of, you know, only pay if you want to now, which I think is really, really good. And I would like to see more tracks do, really. I generally would, because we have still got this debate in a lot of videos that I do now, where it's like, oh great, another paid track rather than a free one. And I'm still of the opinion, you know, if people are good at something, that they should never do it for free. So I don't mind people, like, well, track creators creating tracks that you buy if they are of a top level of quality. So I feel like I'm in the minority in that regard. I know a lot of people that play this game are on the younger side, so you don't always have these jobs, or you have to rely on parents to buy tracks for you. I can understand in that situation, but then you also have to bear in mind that there are a lot of free tracks that still get uploaded to MXB mods, so it's not like you're being completely alienated. And to be honest, because of that fact, you'll probably find a majority of online servers these days just run free tracks anyway. So it's not like you're missing out on too much, unless you're someone who is dedicated to testing and you just sit in single player, then I can understand it. But, you know, it depends how much you want to put into the game. If you're really into the game and you're really invested in it, then you probably will be the kind of person to buy tracks. If you're more on the casual side, then you'll just stick to the free ones. I don't think there's any issue with it at all, but that's just me. But I think Pastico's done a good job here. The track looks really, really nice. The skybox is really, really nice as well. And the track flow's good. I feel like I probably haven't done it too much justice here, where I'm a little bit rusty. I'm coming back from a couple of days away from the game, but we'll get a head around it, and then just a lot of grinding to be done really when I get back home just before Supercross. And you know what? Being stuck in a tyre, I feel like that's a pretty good sign that you need to end the video there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and again, I hope Christmas went well for you, and in this little downtime between Christmas and New Year, I hope you're just chilling out. Get yourself ready for New Year and what is to come, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.